Monday, December 3rd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. And let's start off with a look at what's going on around the region. It's very quiet this morning. The radar quiet as I'm cutting this video here during the 5 o'clock hour this morning. Now, it's been a very active weekend over on the Pacific coast. And you still have a lot of activity over parts of Washington State and Oregon. Really getting pounded still with some heavy precipitation back that way. You have some lingering flood products in effect there in parts of northern California still from the previous round of activity, and another system set to plunge on into that region over the next 72 hours. Bad situation there. Out into the plain states, you have a little rain over the Dakotas and then some snow in the Rockies. That's with our next cold front that's gradually moving our way. Now, out ahead of all this, we have a milder start to the day. Temperatures running a good bit above December averages for the low temperatures, and in fact, some of us, especially around the Triad, will make a run at some record high temperatures this afternoon. Yesterday, around the region, it was a nice day. Highs well up to the 60s, some low 70s, even 74 down in Columbia and Charleston. And I think many spots across the foothills and the Piedmont will see 70-degree plus readings this afternoon. A little bit of patchy fog this morning, nothing overly significant. An area of high pressure still centered offshore. And that's going to give us some pretty mild weather coming up here over the next couple of days. You can notice here as we go through today, we'll see a pretty good amount of sunshine mixed with some clouds. Same deal tomorrow, too. It'll be another warm day tomorrow, and then our next cold front moves in. And Stormcast not terribly aggressive with the rain chances Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon, but I do think there'll be some showers out there. Again, look at the warm air building our way. It's 63 right now in St. Louis, 65 in Dallas, and that's the milder air that we're going to be in here for a couple of more days. On to the modeling here. Let's take a look at the upper air chart on the European model for today. And again, there's that next trough back in the plain states. That'll swing toward us by Wednesday morning. And then we go out to the weekend. Notice a pretty good piece of energy digging down from the Rockies toward the plain states. This is Sunday early afternoon. Again, this is the European model. We go on out to Monday, and what you're looking at, again, is it's kind of an interesting setup here. Another piece of energy diving on the back side. But this is some pretty cold air for sure that's now taking over. And that's kind of an interesting look for sure. That's kind of a setup that you might see occasionally somewhere across the eastern U.S. Get some overrunning precip with a lot of cold air around and some pieces of energy trying to kind of eject on out. Look what happens to the upper levels. We've been talking about a pattern change by mid-month, and it sure looks like that's going to occur. This is today off the European, and you're looking at that Alaskan vortex still very much in place. However, look what happens by the time we get out to around the 10th of the month of December here. You see we have a ridging building into Alaska, western Canada, and the west coast of the U.S., and that only kind of persists, it appears, through the end of the run. And also notice, this is out at 240 hours on the European, some nice ridging up toward Greenland, too. That's not a bad setup at all if you're looking for some winter weather probabilities over the eastern and maybe even southeastern parts of the country. That's down the road, though. It's going to be a mild next couple of days. There's today, there's tomorrow, and then again, here we are on the GFS Wednesday with that quick shower chance with the cold front. Behind that, it's a pretty chilly day Thursday. Some of us will probably only be in the 40s for highs Thursday. But then temperatures look to rebound pretty nicely. There's Friday, and then by the weekend, we're well up into the 60s for highs again. Maybe with a few low 70s working in again by Sunday and Monday before those big changes begin to occur in the overall pattern as we get into next week. Now, we'll see how far south that cold air winds up pushing. But again, there are some changes brewing in the overall weather pattern as we get toward the second 10 days of this month. All right, that's it for today. Have a great Monday, and God bless.